When I close my eyes, I see a world that is much different from our own. In my imaginary world, hate doesn't exist and lies aren't told. Peace brews from all relationships and happiness seeps out of everyone's smiles. In my perfect world, rain can't wash away sidewalk chalk masterpieces, but it does flush out all the anger within our society. It is so devastating that by watching the news for a few minutes, going on social media in any capacity, or even by just walking around campus and hearing conversations among students and teachers, that anyone can see that my fantasy is far from reality. In fact, it's practically the opposite. When I have to tell my 4-year-old sister why our city is in the news due to the murder of dozens by a senseless monster, I know something is wrong. When I have to hear my mother talk about the snipers that sit atop all the buildings while she runs the Boston Marathon, I know something is wrong. And when I'm afraid to speak my mind in class or among my peers out of fear of being called horrendously atrocious and egregiously unjustified names, I know something is wrong. Today we live in a society that thrives on hate, one that encourages divisions politically, socially, and racially. Too often, the people that are trying to fix this divide only work to make it stronger, by pinning individuals and groups against each other, by blaming their neighbor just so they feel justified in their own actions and thoughts, and by creating a society that thrives while makes us different from one another. We need to stop thinking in terms of white or black, Christian or Muslim, Democrat or Republican, or anything in between. All of these things are parts of us, and that's the key word that many seem to overlook: parts. Yes, I may be white, Christian, and Republican, but it makes me no different at the core of my existence from an orphan boy in Aleppo or from someone as seemingly polar opposite to me as Bernie Sanders. Because we're all humans, and at our core, we're all the same, no matter how different our parts may be. Unfortunately, society doesn't see it this way. The hatred that results from this mindset is destroying our world. Every time I turn on the news, my heart breaks. For the young boy in an inner city whose father has been killed by the effects of racial profiling, and for the brave college student who defends her political beliefs only to be attacked moments later by people who fight for acceptance of love. This hatred towards others, due to different opinions or backgrounds, has found a place in our society, whether we like it or not. It grabs our attention, occupies our mind, and builds boundaries among people with different parts. I see it on the news with violent riots over the leader of our country. I hear about it from my Muslim friends who tell me stories of ignorant people misunderstanding their religion, and I experience it every day. I am sick and tired of being called a racist for being a Republican. I am sick and tired of being shamed to the point of tears by people who don't even understand my beliefs, but instead judge me on the words of the leader of my party. And I am sick and tired of my voice being silenced. Many people don't realize that their casual comments in the halls that can spread hate and lies are too often irresponsible in nature. The implications of these comments act like knives, digging into the progress that's been made in creating a tolerant society and tearing it wide open, breaking down bridges and building new chasms. I'm not trying to tell you that your opinions are wrong because they don't align with mine, or that you shouldn't question or challenge others' opinions. It's when one's words are spoken without sensible reasoning, or when their main intent is malicious in nature, that it becomes a dangerous force that slowly but surely chips away at our society, making division stronger and hate more prevalent. I want to live in a world where hate doesn't exist and lies aren't told, where peace brews from all relationships and happiness seeps out of everyone's smiles. A world where rain can't wash away sidewalk chalk masterpieces, but instead flushes out all the anger within our society. So, I encourage you to speak loud because that's the only way you'll be heard. To be brave because that's the only way progress will be made. To accept your neighbor as your own, no matter how different your parts may be. And to believe in the person that you want to become. And to someday die knowing that you were loved and appreciated and respected by a tolerant society. Thank you.